Alright, so in this video what we're going to talk about is the rock, paper, scissors program that we made. Now in this program, just to kind of go over a light infrastructure of where we're at, right? So I want to let you know that we are running version 28. This is running on a Windows 7 environment, but this is also running on a VM, meaning this is going to be, if you look right here, this is going to be the Windows 20 or 28.2. Now I do have the Windows 10 that I could be running, but my host, again, my host is going to be a Windows 10. The Windows 10 is going to be the host because I'm running VMware. I'm running the VMware right here. If you go down to help, you'll see. Then I'm running VMware Workstation 15 Pro. So this is licensed to myself, and again, this is running on my host system, which is running a Windows 10 64-bit system. So that just shows you, I am running the several different hosts or several different VMs as far as that goes. This VM happens to be the Factory Talk 9 as far as that goes. So we will be going through and talking about that. So what we're going to do here too is, as the rock, paper, scissors game, we're going to actually run the Factory Talk 9. We're going to make a HMI system off that. So what I'm going to do is kind of explain the rock, paper, scissors game really quick to you. Now, so this saved you a little bit of time. What I did is I went ahead and wrote the program. And this just uses a basic timer. It comes in here. It says rock, paper, scissors. And it does a play again. Now the rock, paper, scissors is not used there as it looks like it is. It's actually used on the game controls, which is right here. And this is the computer random picks. The computer will randomly pick throughout the whole scan. It will randomly pick whether it's going to be rock, paper, or scissors. So it's not going to be easily determined what it is, right? It's going to be easily interpreted what it is. So meaning, if you're playing rock, paper, scissors and the rock comes on from the actual timer, then what's going to happen is it's going to say the computer selected rock, but the computer did not select paper or scissors. Down here it says if you're playing rock, paper, scissors and it selected paper, it's going to highlight the computer selected paper and not the other two. And then the same thing for scissors. You see that. Down here would be the user selection, which would be the rock, paper, scissors if they're playing, if the game is on, right? And then if the user picks rock, then it's going to choose rock, rock as the number one. It's going to not choose play, rock, paper, scissors. It's going to turn that off. It's going to say the game is done. Okay, so if they chose the paper, it's going to say paper, and then it's going to say the game is done. And then the same thing again for scissors. Now down here in the very bottom is going to be if you're not playing, if the game is over and you're not playing, and if they want to play again, then it's going to reestablish everything. Now I also have down here in the first scan that to reset the play the rock, paper, scissors to an on, right? You easily see that. These are very simple instructions. Basically if then and else, but not the else. This is just the if then, do this, and then end if, right? Very simple. And then over here on the one, so we decided who won. We basically say the first section up here is a tie system. Like if the game is done and you rock and the computer chose rock, then the game is tied. The user didn't win or the loser didn't lose either. So again, the same thing happens on paper, and the same thing happens with scissors. Down here it does the rock comparison, which is basically if the game is done and the user chose rock and the computer itself had its selection, which is scissors, then that means the user wins, and the loser lost, it goes to 0, and the game is tied, goes to 0. The same thing happens all the way through here. So it's very simple and very easy to do, right? We're going to show all this running. So then we have results, right? So then the results obviously show, who is all actually winning. So first and foremost, what we want to do is cut the system on. We went ahead and downloaded it to the virtual chassis. And the virtual chassis that we're running is again going to be slot 2. This is a 28 version 28. So it's very simple. We're running that. The results are there. The game's tied. We're going to go ahead and reset that bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an HMI screen, like a quick little screen to show you, you know, how to actually play the game, right? So that's the purpose of this video. So that's basically the gist of what you're going to get out of it. And we're going ahead and we actually have we made a small factory talk system. We're going to go ahead and add our HMI server in there. I'm going to create a new one. We're going to say rock, paper, scissor, HMI. Very, very simple, easy to do, right? So I want to make all this straight off the cuff so that everybody gets to see everything we're doing, and you know, you get a full understanding of exactly what we're doing. I mean, anybody that's seen me do videos before, and you guys know that I'm about 100% value. I'm about 100% showing you what we can, you know, what the possibilities are, what you're going to run into. So this is all off the cuff. I'm not holding anything back. This is nothing pre-planned. I want to make sure you 100% get to see everything that you're going to see in the field. With that said, this is the day of short videos on this channel is over. I'm not going to make any more 10-minute videos. There are going to be detailed videos giving you exactly what you need. I don't want any of this, so I'm going to clear this. It's going to be really, really simple and easy to do, right? So that's the premise behind this, and that's what we should do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So first and foremost, what I want to do is actually add my RS Links Enterprise. Come in here and add that. And we're going to come in here and add that as well. So RS Links Enterprise, what we're going to do is open that up. Now, this is not going to actually have my virtual chassis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, we're just going to call the shortcut RPES, rock, paper, scissors. And right here, it should populate my virtual chassis, right? Well, it's not really going to. You have to add that. So it's very common to do that, so don't feel like it's not. Just come down here and pick the version that's closest to what you have. See, this is 24 is about the closest what we're going to have. That's fine. We're going to choose slot 2 because that's the slot we're in, and we're basically going to have that, right? So then we're going to tie these two together, and we're going to apply, and then we're going to go ahead and verify that. So that sets up our communication, and the way we can test that is I'll show you in the screens. So first we're going to make a new screen. We're going to come in here and we're going to throw in a header, simple little header, and we're going to go in and we're going to make a simple little header. And we're going to change this to say like a greenish color, make it kind of stand out, and then we're going to put nothing there. So we're going to change that to here. We're going to raise this up just a hair, make sure it fits properly. That's the key to all this, right? Making sure everything fits properly. Okay, so looks like we're almost there. Let me just expand this out just a little bit. Okay, so that looks a lot better. So now let's go ahead and add a drawing, and we're going to add a text. We're going to say in this, let's play rock, paper, scissors. And then we're going to raise this to like, I don't know, like a 26. We're going to make it bold, change the font color to white, and then we're going to put it right where we want it to be. See how good that looks, right? Now, the background of this, I'm going to simply just come back and like make like a simple little drawing panel like right here. And I'm going to make it a little bit oversized. I'm going to make it like a light gray. Like a light gray is fine. Like a light gray. Yeah. And then have it like that, right? So that's basically a really simple backdrop. And you can always like expand that. So, okay, so now what we want to do is we want to add buttons, right? So I'm going to come in here and I want to add my push buttons, right? I'm going to add my push buttons. I'm going to call this first one, I'm going to call this rock. Or, yeah, let's call it rock. And then we're going to have the command. This is how easy this is going to be. Now what I want to show you is I'm going to come in here and this is going to be a run command, right? I'm going to say all commands. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to come down here to like set. It's going to be called set. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick my actual tag. Now in this case, I'm going to have to refresh, and I'll show you after it refreshes that the rock, paper, scissors is in there. I'm going to go to online and all my tags for my controller is in there. Now this is going to be where the the proper tag that we're going to use, I want to show you this, is not what you exactly think. So you would think it's urock. It's going to be user picks. So user picks rock, right? So we're going to put that in there, and that's going to be the tag. And then the initial value, we'll just say 1. And then we're going to put that in there like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. We're going to also do a pause for 1 second. Or let's just say half a second. We're going to do a pause for half a second, and then we're going to cut it off. All right, so that's basically our system. And again, that's the rock. So we're going to have 1 there for a rock. And we can raise that, like make that a little bit bigger. 14, let's make it bold. Yeah, so let's choose that right there. We'll have that there, and then what we'll do is we'll come in and we'll copy this. We'll paste it 2 more times, and then we're going to come in and change these out. So you get to choose from rock, paper, or scissors, and what we're going to do is we're going to properly align these. We're going to go top, right? And then we're going to go vertical space, actually horizontal space, and then that way it gets the nice and spaced out. We're going to come in here and put another drawing text. We're going to say select select your choice. Then the computer will select. Let's see who wins. So it's really it's really about the aesthetics of it, right? So we want to come in here and we want to add this, maybe a 16, make it bold, come in here, and then we'll come in and just do that. So again, this is like really simple, right? So we're not doing anything really complex. So we're going to change this to rock. We're going to say paper, and then we're going to come in and change this to the tag that it says paper. So I happen to know that the tags do not change. They just are paper, rock and paper, right? Very simple on how to do, very easy control wise. So again, so now we're going to come in, and this last one would be scissors, right? So scissors, and that way that's there. And then we're going to say in the middle of this tag, scissor. That's really simple. We can actually pull that tag up if we need to, but I just happen to know what it is, so no big deal. And you can do a confirm right here and configure that if you want to. We're not going to do a confirm because we want a nice, clean, simple, really fast machine. So what I want to do too is I want to come in here. Let's put these back. Let's put that back. I want to actually get this, and this, and I want to move all of these. So let's actually group these together, and let's move these to the center, maybe a little bit down, get them a little bit spaced better, right? It looks a lot better. Okay, so now we have our user choices, right? So now we have our buttons for our user choices, and all we're going to do right now is we're going to add one more button. I'm going to ungroup these, so let's ungroup. I'm going to add one more button, and this is going to be down here on the very bottom, and I want to align this here, these two together, and I'm going to align to the left, and this is going to be the reset. So what I'm going to do in my program, it's called play again. Right? So the tag that's inside the program, and I'll show you this, the tag that's inside the program is going to be user play again. So I'm literally going to copy this, go in here, copy, and I'm going to go in here and paste this in here. Right? Pretty simple, easy to do. Now, could I have found that tag like by going here? Yes, I could have. But again, why do that when you know what it is, right? Okay, so now we can play the game, but how do we know who wins, right? What we need to do is we need to add some controls to say, hey, who won? So we're going to add some text, and we're going to say, and this would, we're going to say, you won. So we're going to say you won. Congrats. The computer chose paper. All right, so the computer chose paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase that to like 16. We're going to make it, you know, something that stands out. So that's a 16 that's bold. What we're going to do is actually copy this, and we're going to copy this and paste. So we actually have, for the outcomes of the winners, we actually have, what, 3 ties. We have 3, I think we have 2 wins, right? So we have 3 ties, we have 2 wins for each, right? So this would be congrats paper, congrats rock. Paper chose rock. And then this one would be paper chose, or it chose, the computer chose scissors. So those are those right there, right? So what we want to do is kind of get these out of the way, and we want to kind of copy one of these because we still have more to do. So the ties, we actually have 3 different ties, right? So actually, before we do that, let's just change it, say tie game, and then we'll just say play again. Make it like that, and then we'll copy this and we'll paste. So we'll have basically we'll have all our winners right here, and then we're gonna stack all these on top of each other, so it doesn't matter anyway. But what I want to do is actually come in here and choose the right ones. So I want to choose the right ones that I want to use. So right now they're going to be kind of, and then this over here is going to be you lose. And then the computer chose scissors. And then we'll copy this and make that again. And then we'll say the computer chose paper. Right? And then we're going to choose that. And then we're going to go one more time. And then we're going to say computer chose rock. So that we only have like 3 outcomes, right? So you need to make sure you're mindful of that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say this is the lose, right? So we're going to come in here and we're going to say the animation is going to be visible. It's going to say you lost because the computer chose scissors. So we're going to come in here to our tags. We're going to say the user loses, computer chose, what did we say it was? Computer chose scissors in this case. So we're going to add that tag. So that one's done. This is going to be paper. All right, so visible. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to say paper. Our computer user chose. Actually, yeah, user loses. Then the computer selected. In this case, computer selected paper. So we're going to add that in there. And the last one would be rock. Last one would be rock. So we're going to come in here and add that one as well. So far so simple, right? And if you're not, like I said, if you're like having trouble keeping up or something, and I know a lot of people that follow me all the time are not having a bit of problems following me. But if you are, no worries, trust me. No worries. We're just watch this a couple times. No big deal. What I want to do is make sure that people get value out of what I'm doing. So these are going to be the tie games. So this is tie game scissors. So come in here. This is going to be tie game scissors. So this is going to be both computer and user pick scissors. Okay. Simple. Easy breezy, right? Cool. So and this is going to be, this top one's going to be scissors. So I didn't change any of these. That's funny. That's funny. So let's check these. This is going to be scissors. Scissors. And we're going to select that. This one's going to be paper. So you see, even when you're doing this stuff, you tend to make mistakes. So it's good to double check, right? I think we all agree. So we're going to scratch that. We're going to pick a new one. And we're going to come in here and say this is going to be paper. Simple, 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 simple. And then we're going to change this wording. We're going to say this is going to be rock. And this is all going to make perfect sense as soon as we get done. And I would have, like I said, I would have made the code in front of you guys, but literally, I mean, this is taking long enough. So I want to make sure that you get to see the straight value of this without having to watch hours and hours and hours and hours of video. So these are done, right? So what I want to do real quick is kind of plant these on top of each other. They don't have to be perfect because, you know, none of them are going to be on all the time. So what I want to do is get them at least close. And then come over here and finish these up. So this would be U1, and so that means the user 1. And the user 1, they're going to be down here. the user wins and they selected paper. All right, cool. This is going to be user wins, selected rock. User wins, selected rock. So we got one more to do, and we're gonna get to see this thing run. I know you guys are just like anticipating this, and probably if you've seen this late, you're probably gonna go ahead and be like, well, I fast forwarded through it anyway. And it's no big deal. Hey, I understand. But if you did, if you fast forwarded through it, you missed probably like a load of value. So I hate it for you. Because don't ask me questions on the bottom of this video like, hey, how'd you do this when you skip through it? So what we're going to do is we're going to run. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, like, if I choose rock, it's literally going to come in here, and it's going to say I won. Okay, so great, I won on that one. And then, okay, so now I want to play again. I'm going to choose rock again. It says I lost. Okay, computer chose paper. I keep choosing it. I mean, so it's going to give me different outcomes every single time. And the reason it's giving me different outcomes every single time is because it's a random event. Okay? It's a random event. So you see it says you lose. So I can sit here and keep playing. I can keep, clicking the same thing. It's not going to be every other time. It's going to be whatever the time is. The time frame that I currently have, I think it's like 1 second, so you can time it at 1 second and almost get the exact same thing you want it to. So you see the way this works, right? So this is very, very simple, very easy, effective way it works. You see me how I built the screen. You've seen everything about it, really. I mean, it's really simple, really easy to use. Nothing really complex whatsoever. We haven't even saved the screen yet. Now we're going to save the screen. It says rock, paper, scissors, game play screen. Really, really simple. So, that's pretty much the gist of it. Now, if you want to see how the code works, like if I hit rock and it says tie game, you come in here in the code. And if you came in here, it says the game is done. If you want to look at results, you see it says both computer and user picked rock. Now, how to determine that? Again, the game controls determine that with the structured text, right? So we briefly explained the structured text, and again, so if you look at here, who won, right? It's a tie game, and it picked, what did it pick? It picked the rock. So if we came in here and it says who won, it says the game is done. The user picked rock. The computer picked rock. Therefore, the game won. The game tied. Now, if we reset it, I want to show you this. If we play the game again, it all resets, right? And then we're back to scanning. So there is no winner right now, right? There's no winner. It's sitting there changing every single time. It's sitting there alternating this every single time. See that? You can actually, I can do a watch. Like if I wanted to, I can come up here and do like a logical watch, I think it is. View, yep. Down here, you can see that these are alternating. What I want to show you too is, see the computer select is changing all the time. It's randomly changing, right? So let me hit the button. Choose rock. Okay, so let me close that back down. You see how it stopped? Because the game stopped. It stopped randomly picking what it's supposed to. And what it did that because, again, this is something that I built to do that. It's a very, very fun game to play because you can sit there and play this game forever, right? I mean, it's very simple. And then when I hit play again, it starts randomly choosing again. See how you see how cool that is? I tell you what, what I'm going to do for everybody is I'm going to make and I don't have it made yet, so don't rush off. But what I want you to do, I'm going to make a page on my website, onlineplcsupport.com. All right, for those of you that stuck around and watched the end of the video, what I'm going to do is give you this code, okay? I'm going to give you the code. I'm going to give you the actual code. You can build your own factory talk screen, because guess what? You guys sat here and watched me do it. So there's no way, there's no reason, you have no excuse not to build this screen. Okay? You've seen how I did it. So you have no excuse how to do it, right? Literally, I have a rock, paper, scissors screen. That's all I have in this application. But what I will do is give you this code so that you can have it. And but what that's going to require is you going to my website, probably give me a couple weeks to make sure I make this article, and it will be there. I will come back and make sure that I post it, but check onlineplcsupport.com and it will be there. I'll make sure there is a link for you to actually download this code. Again, this is version 28, right? Up here it says 28.11. So change it. If you have to change it to whatever version you want to. This is written by me, Shane Welcher. So again, as my gift to everybody, being that I haven't been as proactive as I should have been on this channel, because I've had a baby and it's been like crazy. I wanted to make sure I gave a gift to everybody. Okay, so that's basically everything you have to do with rock, paper, scissors. And again, we can put some scoring stuff down here or do some other stuff too. But right now, that's good enough. I think this video did very, very fluently give you some details about how to do things. So again, we'll come off, and we got to end it with a win, right? We got to end it with a win. Come on, come on. Let's end it with a win. Tie game. No. We're gonna end it with a win. Tie game. Come on. Tie game. Oh no. What is this? We have a tie game every time now. No, I want to win. We have to end it with a win. Okay. Not a lose, a win. Okay. All right. So we won. All right. Good. We're gonna end it. All right. So there'll be videos all around. Again, I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for being subscribed to the channel. And again, we're back to adding value. So look forward to hearing a lot of good things from you guys. All right. Thank you.